Today we will be looking at this specification design pattern. So it is basically used to chain various business rules. What this means we will look at towards the end. So let's look at the classes first. So this is the interface I specification. So it is saying is satisfied by defining a method. So this is a candidate object which is satisfying this business rule or not. We are asking that. So business rule always evaluate to true or false. So our candidate object is satisfying that business rule or not. We are asking that. It will return true if our business rule is being satisfied by the candidate object. Return false if not. Then we are defining some methods and not, or not and not. So and is basically the chaining of two business rules in the form of an AND, that is using an AND gate. If you read about that in your electronics classes. So this is the NAND gate, this is the OR gate, NOR gate, this is the NOT gate. Okay, so AND gate will chain two business rules in a manner that both of them should occur, so should be satisfied by the client, let's say. So let's see this thing. This is a composite specification class, which is an abstract class. So it is also having a is satisfied by method, which is abstract, because composite specification is just a child of this interface, and it's basically used to combine these business rules. So it is defining method and not, and or not and not. So basically and returns and specification object with this and other. So this one is myself and one whichever you provide me. So one is myself and one is the another object. So I pass them to end specification class and return them. Return whatever the constructor gives me. So return that object. So let's see what end specification class is doing. It's extending this composite specification class first of all, and it's what it is doing is it's basically having a left condition and a right condition. So if I am passing this, that is myself and other, it will be taking them both, I specification left and I specification right. I missed right here, and it will be initializing its own left condition and right condition with whatever I provide it. So these two are initialized, and its boolean is satisfied by method. Look at this carefully. It will return left condition dot is satisfied by and right condition dot is satisfied by and end. So if both of them return true, then only it will be returning true. Similarly for OR specification and not, nor, NAND, NOR, all these specifications. And NOT specification, what I'm giving, I'm just initializing it with this. So it's a wrapper around myself. So whatever I am going to return, I invert it. So this NOT is basically for inverting whatever I am going to return. So NOT of wrapped dot is satisfied by. So if wrapped say whatever is wrapped inside me, it says that I am not satisfying this business rule, then I will say I am satisfying. If it says I am satisfying this business rule, I will say I am not satisfying this business rule. So that's it. And let's look at the next last page. So this is the class diagram. On the top is the I specification interface. It's defining these four methods. One is satisfied by method, which says whether the business rule is being satisfied or not. Other are three methods, and or not, which basically provide the chained business rule object. So and will provide an object which is representing myself chained with one more business rule, or is provide giving me returning me a business object which represent myself chained with another business rule object in a form that one of them is true, then I say that my overall business rule is being satisfied. So the business rule is defined in that format. So hope you get a feel of what I'm trying to say here. So this composite specification pattern is actually implementing these and or not methods. It is an abstract class and is satisfied by is still abstract here, which is being defined in these methods, these classes, and specification or specification, not specification. So is satisfied by is for and specification will be left condition is satisfied by and right condition is satisfied by. So this is basically the chaining of business rules. So and specification chains the business rule in a form where both of them are true, then only my final specification is true. So similarly for or and similarly for not, you can guess. So basically what are business rules? They are constraints on a business aspect or definition of a business aspect. They either evaluate to true or false. So they assert a business structure or behavior. So let's look at an example to make all these abstract things clear. So if kid gives money and kid's teeth intact, give him chocolate. So this is the and chaining. So we are basically using and specification. So this is one business rule, kid gives money. This is represented by one of the I specification class I specifications subclasses, kid gives money. So if kid is giving me money, then I give him chocolate. This is one business rule. If kid's teeth are intact, that kid's teeth are good, then only I give him chocolate. This is another business rule. If I combine these two business rules using an and specification, then what I get is a new rule which states that if kid gives me money and kid's teeth are intact, then only I give him chocolate. So we basically have recombined two business rules, and we may further recombine it. That is, let's say if kid gives me money and then kid's teeth intact, we get a business rule. We may write or mother allows, so then I give him chocolate. So or not, I can combine as many times as I want. So basically this is the specification design pattern, very useful design pattern for recombination of the business rules or the chaining of business rules, so to get a final composite business rule basically. So this is called the specification design pattern. Hope you get a feel of what it means.